feel like my camera's off center today, but I don't really have time to fix it, unfortunately. Anyways, hi YouTube, it's Lena, and I'm here today with my Boxycharm, which currently has stuff on top of it, or else I'd be holding it up for you. But before I go over January stuff that I got, I like to review the stuff that I got in the previous month, which was actually the Boxy Luxe edition. Now, so I have 7 items to review. It came with 8, but one thing I did not keep. But first, I have the Luxy 8-piece brush set. I actually washed them for you guys so that they're not utterly filthy. And it looks like one of the hairs got like super weird and long on it. Can you guys see this right here? I'll have to trim that later. That's a thing. Actually, let's not trim it. Let's get a pair of tweezers after it because it's gonna bug me until it goes away. There we go. Anyways, I do like Luxy brushes. I do have a 8th one in here that I have not used yet because it is one of those flat foundation brushes that I typically don't use too much. I have to find uses for them when I get them. But I've been using the contour brush, the highlighter brush, and I have used all of the eyeshadow brushes. As you can see, they're good brushes. That weird hair sticking out is a new phenomenon. I never had that happen before. It looks like I have the same thing happening right here. That's concerning. Never had that happen before with Luxy brushes. Makes me glad I washed them before putting them on here, because this is an $85 set. And I know part of that price is this little faux leather pouch right here, but still, one wash should not be having hair start coming loose. So I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that. But they apply makeup well, I will say that much. It's thrown me off a little bit to notice that. Next is the Hipdot C-Note palette. Now, I am wearing some of the gold shades today, but I have also used the majority of the blues in here. So, like, I did a look with Goddess as the primary shade that I will insert here. And then I did another look with Meltwater as the primary lid shade that I will insert here. And overall, I did enjoy them. I do like Hipdot eyeshadows. I already knew that going in. Now, these two right here, Sacred, the kind of charcoaly black shade, and Spirit, the kind of navy blue shade, which is actually on my lower lash line right here, are not the strongest pigmented shades, but I mostly use stuff like that for like liner, outer corner stuff, or in a Spirit's case, lower lash line. So I don't need them to be like the most strongly pigmented, so I'm not too worried about that. But I did want to mention that in case it's a concern for you. Next is the iconic London Face Palette. And I'm still on the fence about this one. I'm going to admit that. So, I think part of the problem is that the highlighters are a little too dark for me. Even this lighter one up here. So, they take a lot of blending, and that kind of throws me off. But I have used all of these shades, and they're nicely pigmented. They blend pretty well. Not perfect, but pretty well. I'm not sure it's worth the $55 price tag is where I kind of get stuck on it. So, you know, they're not bad products per se. I just don't know if they're necessarily worth that bigger price point, especially since I don't think this is something that works for all skin tones. Like, it doesn't work, the highlighters don't work great on mine. And I'm sure darker than medium tones, this wouldn't, other than maybe this shade right here, this wouldn't be too great for. I don't know, that might make a pretty highlight on a darker skin tone. But like, these two wouldn't really work on a darker skin tone. This one wouldn't really work on a darker skin tone. So, it has its pros and cons. I don't necessarily think it's worth the price though. Next, I have the Sol de Janeiro, what is this called exactly? Lip Butter. Mine is in the shade Keep It Rio. It's really pretty. It's just a lip balm. Like, I know that these are supposed to be the colored ones versus the clear one that I have used up in the past, but I don't see a difference. Maybe it's the shade that I chose. Maybe some of the darker shades actually show up a little bit more, but this one in particular, I get like no pigment out of. So I would just use that up as a lip balm, which is fine, but don't sell it to me as one thing and then it's another. This, I will admit, I have not used yet. I just kind of forgot about it. It's the Butte Teeth Whitening Kit, so my teeth are just as stained as ever. I've seen other people use it and get a couple of shades lighter, so I do want to try that. And from what I've read, this is actually, you don't use this whole syringe at once, so it's actually like a couple of treatments, so that's good. We will see how this goes. Once I do test it, I will put a picture on Instagram or something like that. Next is the Sunday Riley Good Genes All-in-One Lactic Acid Treatment. I haven't used this one yet, but I did use up a mini recently, and in a mini, I can't see enough results. I'm trying to say progress, but I mean results. So on basis on that, I wouldn't necessarily recommend this, but maybe I'm hoping that by using this like twice a week for a year, which is how I used up my Pharmacy Glow Honeymoon Serum, that I will get at least similar results, even though they're not the same type of product. But we shall see. I still have it. And finally, I had the Avant Intensive Redensifying Glycolic Acid Day Moisturizer. I did mostly use this at night just because of the fact that it's still a pretty thick moisturizer and I'm very oily skinned. I don't want to mess with too much oil in the daytime. It's nice, but once again, with Avant products, my reaction is always, you know, it's nice for the most part. There was one thing, the sleeping mask I absolutely hated. But other than that, my reaction has always been, it's nice, but I think it's only worth about half the price tag. Like, their prices are crazy, and I don't know why. Like, this is $123, and I don't get it. Like, unless this brand is got some ingredients in there or something that I just don't know about, I don't get the price tag. So anyways, out with the old, in with the new. First product is my actual, like, chosen product. It's another Avant product, but there were a lot of choices for January, but this was one that appealed to me just because I like micellar waters, and I'm happy to try a really expensive micellar water. Now, this is one I probably would not just cleanse my face with in the morning, which is how I use micellar waters a lot. I would just use this to remove makeup, and that's because it is actually a biphase one. It is the Avant Biphase Hyaluronic Acid Rejuvenating Micellar Water. So it's got, like, the oil and the water, and when you shake it up, you mix them together, and then you use that to swipe all over your face. So I'm definitely interested in trying that. I love trying new micellar waters. I don't know exactly why that is something I'm super interested in all the time, but it's true. I do enjoy doing it. Next is the palette that I wanted to get, thankfully, but it's the Violet Voss Olive You Forever eyeshadow palette. They had two palette options this month that you could get, but you couldn't choose. It was this one, or I think it was a Ciate London palette, which I would have been fine with, but the color scheme of this one was more intriguing for me. So here is the palette. I do love me some green tones. My one kind of thing is that I wish one of these mattes was an olive matte. Like, I think that would be stunning. Like, honestly, I'm thinking either Endless Desire or Infatuated. These two right here could have been replaced with an olive tone matte, and that would make me so much more happy. But otherwise, I think it's really pretty. I do think it captures the color scheme. Like, we got two more olivey tones right here. We got a deeper green right here. Like I said, if they had just thrown in an olive toned matte, it'd have been right on the money. But I do like Violet Voss shadows. I'm very happy to try this out. Next is the Seraphine Botanics Apple and Baume Glow Lip Mask. Now, I got a lip mask from Seraphine Botanics in my Ipsy bag for November, I think it was. But this is a glow lip mask. The other one just says regular lip mask. And they are different flavors slash scents slash whatever. So before I fully decide to keep this, I am going to go to their website and see if there's a difference between the two. If there's not, I might pass this on, although I know that I would love the apple scent. So it makes me want to hold on to it for that reason alone. But at the same time, I'm like, I have so many lip balms. I don't know if I necessarily need to be running. I need to be jumping on another one just because I know it has a scent I like. But if there's a difference, I'll hold on to it. Next, we have, we have to actually read the card for this one. The Queen Studio Dragon Duo. So it is, it's Queen, but it's spelled with a QV instead of a QU. I assume that's how you pronounce it anyway. Now I'm going to open this box. I do love the dragon on the packaging. And inside we have both, come on, come out, a pencil eyeliner and a liquid eyeliner. Now I'm not going to open them because I don't want them to dry out because I have so many. So this is another one that I'm kind of debating back and forth between keeping and not keeping because of, you know, eyeliners. I have so many. Do I need to keep more? But I do want to say that the packaging on the box is really nice. We'll see what I decide, and if I do keep it, I will give you a review next month. And finally, I have the Pharmacy Daily Greens Oil-Free Gel Moisturizer. So let me pop this open. I don't know why I'm being so careful with my packaging this month, but I am. Let me see. There we go. I love pharmacy products. I've mentioned that in the past. And this is what it looks like. I'm very happy to have gotten this. This is what the product looks like. It does have a nice kind of sweet, fruity scent. I believe what I'm smelling is papaya because it has moringa and papaya in it. So gel moisturizer, right up my alley. Now I will be right back. I need to go and grab my add-ons for the month because I did purchase 2 add-ons. So like I said, I did purchase 2 add-ons. And I almost purchased that Violet Voss palette, but I was like, you know what? Let me wait. Let me see if I get it or not, because if I get it in my actual box, I'm going to be really mad versus what I did purchase. Because I was like, you know what? If I end up with 2 toners from this line, I go through toners a lot faster than I go through eyeshadows. So we had the option of getting either the toner or the moisturizer. I'm glad I got the moisturizer and bought the toner, but this is the Deep Sweep 2% BHA Pore Cleaning Toner from Pharmacy. So I'm guessing this line is made for oily skin, which, like I said, makes it right up my alley. So I'm very excited to try this. I bought that, I think it was either $6 or $12. And then something that I've been trying to swap for a couple of months, but not that many people seem to have gotten it. So when it came up for sale for $6, I bought it. It is the Alamar Cosmetics Spanglish palette. Now I know I need more palettes, like I need a hole in the head, but they're so pretty. If they are the thing that I kind of collect and accept that I'm just going to have a lot of them. But this is what it looks like right here. Very pretty purpley and pinky shade. So I do really enjoy that. And I do really like the other palette that I have from them that I got from Boxycharm. So I will review both of those next month as well, along with everything else. So that is it. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I do really appreciate it. And hopefully I will see you later. Bye!